What's doing, Ark Survivors? Number 13 Gaming back again with a quick rundown of the Lystro. So here we are. We've tamed up a bunch. This is official PvE, pretty simple. They are a little bit hard to find. You do need to be looking for them closer to the ground. As you can see, they're not that massive, and they literally do just wander around. Pretty easy to lose them in foliage if you have your mesh or your ground level sort of detail turned right up. I tamed up 5 of them in total with a stack of 100 rare flowers, ranging from 80. This was a level 80 tame, and as you can see, its stats are pretty crap. And we also tamed up, I believe, a level 8 it was. Yeah, and it just topped over 100 health, so they really will only take a bite or two before they're dead. So they look kind of cool. Seems like there's some interesting color variations in them, from black to ginger to red. So what do? Well, you can't ride them. The only animation is pet it, and I'll just show you. I'll get straight into it as to what it does. So you get a little animation when you actually do that, and he gets a buff above his head saying that you can no longer pet him. You can only access his inventory, but anything within a proximity will get this buff up here. All right, and that just means there's no there's only the one visible sort of show of this up the top right there. See, fast learner, and that'll stay on it for 5 minutes. And if you leave the area that you actually got the buff in, it of course will stay. So that's quite obvious by just running out of the area, and you can see we've still got the fast learner buff up the top right. So the area that they actually apply it to is quite poop. It lasts for 5 minutes, so it looks like it's going to be a you want to leave them close to where you're about to head out from, maybe next to your quets or whatever is your killer of choice, and then you want to pad it and then jump on your flyer and head off and kill stuff. Hopefully it stacks with the Broth of Enlightenment. It's not the same buff as the Broth of Enlightenment, so I expect it will. I don't see that the benefit stacks at all. It just says fast learner. It doesn't say fast learner ×2 or anything like that. But of course you can go off flying, hopefully with the broth, and all will be well. And as you can see, this very last guy who we haven't petted, he didn't actually get the buff. He didn't get the benefit. So it seems like you can't give it to each other. Yeah, but you can't give it to themselves. Does that make sense? You can give it to other non-rideable creatures. So I've got one back in here, just so you can see the area of effect. Here's a Dimorphodon, and of course it got the buff. You can see it there. You can't actually, of course I can't ride it, but it's very much on it there. Monkey out of range just here. So the range is really quite small. And of course dinosaurs up above. There's no hack with going vertical or below or anything like that. It seems like you really do just have to park them right near what you want to actually give the buff to. Next thing, they lay eggs. They are mate boosted, so you're going to want to get a male and a bunch of females. I'm sure one of the next couple of dinosaurs will use these to tame up. I don't think it'll be an incredibly difficult one. I think we're all going to have plenty of these eggs in time, but it does mean you're going to want to have maybe a little pen with them in. So that's my little rundown. They took between 5 and 20 flowers each. It's passive tame. Once you start feeding them, they don't aggro you. If they get hit by something while you're feeding them, the tame bar goes down. If you start to tame them again, you keep your progress, so you'll actually lose levels unless you let them reset over a period of time, or maybe just kill it and let a new one spawn. Spawn rates seem to have been increased somehow. don't know. But I was finding that these guys just kept on coming back. I got these all out front of the swamp cave. I would kill them, I would tame them, fly them back here. Of course a pterodon can carry them, which is an interesting little thing. So they are considered a mini in the dinosaur family. And then by the time I flew back to see if there's any others, there were more there. Yeah, so that's about it for today. I have noticed also, of course, saber-toothed salmon in and around, but all fish now drop raw fish meat, which you can eat straight up, and it will give you a small amount of health back. Well, that's not recommended. If you cook it, it looks like this, cooked fish meat. It only gives you 10 health, 10 food, right? Whereas, of course, cooked meat gives you 20. Mushrooms, of course, give you more, 30. So that's it for now. Let me know if there's any more information I'm missing out on. I'm presuming you can make cooked fish meat jerky, and I'm guessing some kibbles will probably use them in the future. I'm sure some dinosaurs will require fish meat to tame, and I'm sure it'll fit into the hierarchy of preferred foods somehow on some dinosaurs. So it might be quite beneficial to know where there's some large coel or a little fish spawn area that hasn't been destroyed by foundations or whatnot, that you can head up when you need your fish meat. So that's it for now. Any questions, let me know. I have a video of the dire bear and the Dunkelosaurus to post as well. I'll include them all on this Reddit post. Good luck. Any questions, let me know. Want me to test anything, let me know, and keep surviving. Cheers.